Let me transition, however, to football because I'm kind of sick. All of this noise about the Chicago Bears, who've secured the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft. Okay? Come, I think it's April. All right? Chicago Bears suck. Can we get that out the way? They suck. I don't give a damn about how much they've won the last 5 games. If you spent the vast majority of the time stinking up the joint, and then all of a sudden when the season is dead and gone, suddenly you're going to tinker towards relevancy, I'm not sold. Eberflus. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. I hope I am. But they haven't been that damn impressive. Okay, DJ Moore's a stud. I get that. Justin Fields is a different animal. Because that's why they're relevant. That's why they're in the news. That's why they're making headlines. Because it's all about what they want to do with the number 1 pick. Do we keep Justin Fields or do we let him go, move him out of the way so we can draft Caleb Williams out of USC with the number 1 overall pick, blah, 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 blah. I got it. But before I get into Justin Fields, let me point this out. When I think about Justin Fields, when the name Justin Fields pops into my head, I have to confess there is a smile that comes over my face. And you know the reason for that is? You know what the reason for that is? It's because of First Take on ESPN from last season with my man Ryan Clark from The Pivot and the one and only Michael, the playmaker Irvin, on First Take. If you don't remember, take a look at this.
And get on my top playmaker.
Calm down, RC.
But I gotta give it to him.
Don't be hyped.
Justin Fields.
Shut up!
Justin Fields. I gotta give it to him.
But they say he can't play.
They say he can't play.
They say he gotta get a new quarterback.
They say he gotta get a new
They
quarterback.
said drafted somebody else.
They said get somebody else.
What they gonna do now?
What they gonna do now?
now?
Justin Fields, 178 yards. What
Is that a record?
That's our record. All 100. Not just 178 yards rushing. Because we knew he had the leg.
We knew he could do that. We knew he could do
But
that.
we didn't think he had the arm.
He didn't throw 3 times.
3 TDs. 3 TDs. Justin Fields. Keep him spinning.
Spinning.
And breaking records, baby. Keep him spinning and breaking records, baby. Keep him spinning and breaking records, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Molly, take it over.
Keep him spinning and breaking records, baby. Keep him spinning and breaking records, baby.
I'm sorry, y'all. I work on the show every day. Everybody know that's my day job. Number 1 morning sports show in America for the last 12 years and counting, by the way. Thank you very much. The point is, as much as I love the show, I have to admit, nothing makes me laugh about the show more than that segment. That's why I had to play it for y'all. But I digress. Let me get back to Justin Fields himself. 11th overall pick, 2021. A man the New York Jets stupidly passed up on to draft Zach Wilson. He is just 10-27 as a starter. In 12 games this year, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He's completed 61% of his passes, which is an improvement from 11 interceptions last year, completed just 60.4% of his passes. Career totals 6,526 yards as a Chicago Bears starting quarterback, 40 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. The Chicago Bears could have drafted Micah Parsons, you know. He went 12th. He's the very next pick by the Dallas Cowboys. They could have drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown, who went 112, but I'm not going to knock them for that because you needed a quarterback. Because these are the Chicago Bears that we're talking about here. And the last time they've had a quarterback worth noting was Jim McMahon in 1985. Indeed, it has been that bad. When we think about Caleb Williams out of USC, 1 season at Oklahoma, 2 at USC, he's thrown for over 10,000 yards, 10,082 to be exact. He's completed 66.9% of his passes. He's thrown 93 touchdowns, just 14 interceptions, okay? Rushing for 27 touchdowns and 960 yards. I have a simple question. Is he better than Justin Fields? If Caleb Williams is better than Justin Fields, if you're the Chicago Bears, you got to take Caleb Williams. Because you ain't had a quarterback. And because we've learned that in the sport of the National Football League, I don't give a shit what you have. If you don't have a quarterback, you're toast. We just have to remember that. And just to put up some stats, because I've had my researchers look this up. Justin Fields, this is the bad part. He has 1 or 0 touchdown passes in 10 of his 12 starts this season. Did you know that? 10 of his 12 starts, he's had 1 or 0 touchdown passes. Remember, he had 4 touchdown passes in back-to-back games in October. Since that time, I've given you the numbers. By the way, in the first 3 quarters for this season, first 3 quarters, he's completed 64% of his passes, 13 touchdown passes, just 3 interceptions. But in the fourth quarter of games, it dips to 52% from 64%. The touchdown passes dip from 13 to 3 touchdown passes. The interceptions double from 3 to 6. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't give a shit what you have. If you don't have a quarterback in the National Football League, you ain't winning. It's just that simple. Ask Atlanta. Ask Tennessee. I'm talking Ryan Tannehill, not his replacement. Ask. Ask the Broncos. Ask the Raiders. Ask the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ask them. Ask them. I mean, the situation in Pittsburgh was so bad, we sitting there praising Mason Rudolph. Do you know why we're praising Mason Rudolph? Because after spending the first 14 games of the season, having not scored 30 points in a game, Steelers scored 30 points or more over the last 2. People actually talk about how Mike Tomlin need to go. Knowing good and damn well, the only thing he's done wrong is not find a quarterback. That's it. That's it. How's New Orleans look since Drew Brees left? How the New York Giants looking with Daniel Jones as his quarterback? Before he got hurt and had to rely on Tyrod Taylor before he got hurt. And then they went to some dude named Tommy DeVito. Quarterbacks matter. If you're Chicago, you could get something for Justin Fields. You know what you can't get? Caleb Williams. If he's better, take him. And send Justin Fields to the Jets. Or the Steelers. Or the Raiders. Or the Giants. Or the Falcons. Send him somewhere. It'll be better than Chicago. And Ryan Poles, the GM, I'm not blaming you because it ain't your fault. You weren't there. You didn't pick the coach or the quarterback. But it's time to stamp your signature on this franchise. And it can't be with somebody else's selection. It's got to be with your own. If you think I'm lying, it's not just about quarterbacks. It's about everything. Because the quality of play in the National Football League has been lamented for quite some time. So if the quality of play overall has been lamented and people have been complaining about that, imagine how it is if you're not considered to be a great quarterback. Not a great quarterback in a league surrounded with people that others don't necessarily consider great. Not just the players, but the coaches themselves, not great. And you still can't find a way to be effective. I'm sorry, we got to go in a different direction. If you don't believe me, listen to what somebody had to say. Somebody that would know a hell of a lot more about this than me. Somebody that wasn't talking about Justin Fields specifically. But if you listen to his point, I think you'll get it. Primarily because the point is coming from a 7-time champion who happened to play the quarterback position. Take a listen.
Winning football games in the NFL is hard. And there's I think there's a lot of mediocrity in today's NFL. Yeah. I don't see the excellence that I saw in the past.
Why not? Why not? Why do you think that is?
I think the coaching isn't as good as it was. I don't think the development of young players is as good as it was. I don't think the schemes are as good as they were. I think the rules have allowed a lot of bad habits to get into the actual performance of the game. Mm-hmm. So I just think the product, in my opinion, is less than what it's been. I think guys are competitive. Guys play hard.
There you have it. Now, again, Tom Brady was talking in general. But I'm accentuating his point to highlight Justin Fields. What do they say about Justin Fields right now? You know what they say? Talented, but holds on to the ball a little bit too long. Doesn't go through his progressions quick enough. And then I look at some of these stats. Since joining the league in 2021, Fields is last among 38 qualified quarterbacks in fourth quarter interceptions with 16, 36th in completion percentage with 56.2, and 33rd in QBR with 41.4. Okay. Conversely, his touchdown interception ratio of 4.3 in the first 3 quarters of the season is the NFL's 4th best among 35 qualified quarterbacks. So he shows up in quarters 1 through 3. And then when the fourth quarter arrives and palms get sweaty and asses get tight, all of a sudden, the brother's struggling. Okay, let's take this a step further. In terms of evaluators around the league watching Fields, what are they noticing? Like I said, tendency to hold on to the ball too long from the pocket, failing to see routes develop. Justin Fields is last in the league among 31 qualified quarterbacks in average times per pass at 3.23 seconds in 2023, and last among 38 qualified quarterbacks in that metric since entering the league with 3.10 seconds. In 37 career starts, Fields has surpassed 225 passing yards 6 times. 6 out of 37. And oh, by the way, 18 NFL starters average at least 230 yards per game this season. Come on, y'all. I'm not throwing shade on Justin Fields. I gave facts. I gave numbers. And I'm not even saying it's his fault because I don't think he has the right coach. I don't think he's in the right system. I don't think he's playing in the right city. I don't think Chicago's for him. I think he needs to go somewhere else. That's what I think. And the numbers don't lie.